future. Let me quickly go across to Khaleequr Rahman. Khaleequr, it is being said that this, I just want an insight from you regarding the kind of plans and ambitions that KCR is having right now. This new party would be called Bharat Rashtriya Samiti. My question to you is, what about the Telangana Rashtriya Samiti? Will TRS, in a sense, get absorbed into the BRS? And wouldn't that somewhere dilute what you've done and have been doing in the state of Telangana?
See, as for the Telangana regional party, Telangana Rashtriya Samiti
is concerned. Telangana Rashtriya Samiti, in fact, is the party who fought for the Telangana as a separate statehood.
We have achieved that.
Right.
And now, since, there is a strong need of a change at the center, and there is a need also for a very strong alternate party at the center. So, because, the last 8 years governance of BJP has exposed the BJP before the nation, because whatever promises they had made, they unfortunately could not stand up, not even on a single promise. They promised the employment. What happened? 2 crore employment every year. They have failed. And, then since the time the BJP came into power, we are seeing the brain drain actually. Earlier it used to be a brain drain. Now it is, all the, economy, the capitalists of our country, they are going back, out of the country now. Right. And then, there are so many, fronts where BJP has failed. So this is what, in fact, and this is not that our Honorable CM just started. Even before, 2019, also there was a buzz actually. And even he also tried at that point of time to bring all the opposition parties on a common platform. And this time, in fact, because, the BJP has been more exposed.
Right.
Because the BJP has been playing the decisive politics. Because I just heard you mentioning about the GHMC elections in your comments. The BJP, in fact, definitely, won more seats in the GHMC. But what was their agenda? Their agenda was not of any kind of development.
Okay.
Their agenda was, Hyderabad ka naam badlo, change the name of Hyderabad, make it Bhagyanagar.
Right.
I mean, those are the, agendas BJP are working on. But we want to present.
Just another quick question. I would like to pit what you're doing against the Aam Aadmi Party, for instance, because the TRS's plan appears to be very different from how, say, an Aam Aadmi Party is approaching the whole thing. Because Aam Aadmi Party, you see, is focusing on individual states, building up confidence, and is slowly beginning to look at the national level. KCR, on the other hand, has been meeting leaders from across the country. He's certainly building some kind of a consensus, but there is no experience of fighting elections outside Telangana. He's, in a sense, yet to test political waters in other states, but has been viciously attacking the BJP at the national level frequently.
See, because any political party, whether you fight an election in a state or you fight an election, national wise or in any other state, it is going to be, a similar kind of, a strategy. And what happens is, because every state has got its own issues, own problems. So the main reason of our Honorable CM touring and meeting all these leaders is to understand the grassroots problems of all those, states, and then bringing them on a common platform. Yesterday, we have seen Mr. H.D. Devagowda was here. He has met our Honorable Chief Minister, and in fact, because he has, apprised him of all the issues which are there in Karnataka. So likewise, because and as far our Honorable Chief Minister is concerned, because he is in fact a man with a huge political acumen, and he understands the basic problems. He has come from the grassroots level. And he has got the enormous experience of the national politics also, because since he was also a union minister and he has seen the national politics. It is not that he is just trying to take a plunge into the national politics out of nowhere.
Right.
So I mean, he is there in the Indian political scene for a long time, for a few decades.
Right, sure. Let us also talk about opposition unity. Take a look at Khaleequr. BJP says it's an existential crisis, which is why you're up to something like this.
BJP has always been, up to something. So I, wish BJP all the very best, because the kind of, language their leaders are, using here against our honorable chief minister and also against the leaders there. So it see what actually the youngsters, what the nation expects from any politician today is about the kind of the facilities what they are going to offer them, the kind of the development and the progress agenda what they have, the kind of the economic agenda what they have. And it is not that we are talking about only the temple, the masjid issue and all these things. Though all the religious sentiments are very, very important to all of us because the Constitution gives us the right to do that. But it is not that we, the Constitution allows us to play our politics on the religious agendas, actually.
Right.
So this is very, very disheartening, actually.
Right.
I mean,
Sure.
this is what it is. And the entire world is watching us because we are, we had promised to become the, $5 trillion economy, but we are still at $3 trillion. I mean, we have to work in becoming a $5 trillion economy in that direction, not in the direction that change the Hyderabad name. I'll go and change the names of the other states or the other cities because that should not be the agenda.
Let me take across that very point to Suresh Kochatil again. Let's take a response from Khaleequr Rahman on that. Khaleequr, what do you have to say about what Abhishek Jagni is saying? He's saying that the BJP is the force to reckon with for the TRS and it's going to give the TRS a run for its money. Your take?
I don't really blame my dear friend Abhishek for saying so, but for the reason that people understand what the BJP is up to here. And these kind of yatras, in fact, because what happens is, whenever you have a comedy show going, you see a huge gathering of the people coming in and watching. So, I mean, let the BJP not get carried away because the people of Telangana very well understand that it is the TRS party which stood for the rights, which fought for them and which, prevailed upon the then central government to get the statehood for them, actually. So, it is the Telangana Rashtriya Samiti TRS, which is embedded in the hearts of the people of Telangana. And the BJP, in fact, as I told you again, because see, what is that Mr. Bandi Sanjay is talking in all his yatras? It is just simply, attacking, at a personal level and talking only about the religious agenda. But what is that they are going to, offer? I mean, let's think hypothetically, if they come to power in Telangana, what is their agenda for the people of Telangana in terms of the development of the Telangana and what happened? Because he doesn't talk on all those pending, issues which are there with the central government. Central government shelved the ITIR project. I mean, why doesn't he talk about that? Why doesn't he talk about getting the funds from the center to Telangana? And then why doesn't he talk about the worst floods which that Hyderabad has experienced last year and a year before that, and not even a single rupee was given by the central government. I mean, the people of Telangana are very well aware about this, and the people of Hyderabad, is very well aware about this. So they know, and they're the people, in fact, who will teach BJP.
Sure, Khaleequr, if you could also weigh in on the whole September 17th event. What would you like to tell the BJP, especially with the controversy going on surrounding the nomenclature of the event?
BJP, in fact, because before they run up to the election, they are trying to make this a huge issue, and trying to make an issue to polarize the voters, actually. Because if you look at the history of the Hyderabad state, then it was merged with the center. So this is an integration there. What do you call the merger? Merger is an integration. Right. So it is not a liberation, actually. So this is, I mean, even the literal sense I'm telling you.
Okay. Let me take a quick response.